I was in Afghanistan in 2011, and unfortunately I stepped on an IED that detonated a short distance in front of me. I was extremely fortunate to be able to walk away from that accident, but unfortunately I lost my vision as a result. I'd say out of all of the things that I had to relearn how to do, swimming was one of the easiest and most natural. And I think when I made the transition from swimming into triathlon, I had a bit of ego. All I gotta figure out is how to bike and run, and I'm gonna be really good at this triathlon thing. And I'll tell you, from camp number 1 in triathlon, all of that ego got deflated very quickly. How do I swim straight next to my guide in open water with choppy conditions? How do I mount onto a tandem bike as quickly as possible and then run out and run a 5K? How do I train so that I have stamina to get through that whole race? And I wasn't extremely successful off the bat. I was not winning a lot of races. I didn't win any races. I didn't podium a lot. I firmly believed I was on the outside looking in to even make the team.
Brad Snyder out in front. He is a good 5K away from his 6th Paralympic gold medal, his first in triathlon after 5 in swimming.
The moment that felt really good was the blue carpet. We came into that last stretch. That's where the crowd is there, and that's where you can really just like let it all in and just come in, and that was so amazing.
There was no catching the athlete from the United States as he completed a dominant performance to take gold.
I don't think of myself as blind anymore. I don't think of myself as having gone through this tragic transformation. I'm me, and I've accepted it, and I feel me all the time. And I don't feel inhibited, I don't feel constrained, I don't feel like I'm missing anything. And since Tokyo, I had a little baby girl. Being a dad at the same time as being an athlete is extremely challenging because I feel like it's always zero sum. I used to have a lot more leeway and control over my time. I could train for 2 hours, 3 hours. I could do double sessions. I could train an hour and a half in the morning, 2 hours at night. I could do a lift during lunch. I could fit all of that stuff in. But with being a dad, one, my daughter needs a lot of my time. And that time is variable. Her schedule's changing. It's ever evolving. Sometimes she wakes up early, sometimes she wakes up late, sometimes she wants to nap, sometimes she doesn't want to nap. All of those different things make it very difficult to control my time and to have the leeway to do what I need to do. I don't like calling it a sacrifice because it's not a sacrifice. I think it's a reallotment of time, it's a reallotment of effort, and it's challenging because, you know, being an athlete fills my heart, and competing fills my heart, and racing fast fills my heart, and the podium fills my heart. But being a dad explodes my heart. But I think it's like the fullest expression of who I want to be is where I am right now. I value being a husband. I value having this beautiful home with my family. It's a completely different experience to come home to a home with a family rather than, you know, my apartment in Baltimore when I was single, that sort of thing. Maybe the lesson to take out of this is that the degree of your challenge is directly proportional to the reward you'll have at the end.
She's shaking her body.
Really?
Oh. Her yes right now, it's a whole body movement.
Sarah is the glue that holds this institution of our home together. I think your most impressive attribute is your ability to just be constantly doing 70 different things for all of the people who are important to you, and it's what makes this house work. And Rooney and I are very grateful and really depend on you for that.
Well, Brad is just a great partner. And he's one of the kindest people that I've ever met. He's much kinder than me. She's so lucky to have him as a dad. I look forward to her seeing you as an athlete too, and sharing that part of your life and your history. So I look forward to that continuing.
So I think what's different about the way my family's journey into disability was that it was that of a change. You know, it was one way and then it became another way. and we were all introduced to a world that we had previously not had any background in or any exposure to. What I'm excited about for Rooney, it's not a new world. It's something she'll grow up understanding.
We're in tune with the fact that I think she's picking up that, you know, he's not getting something and she can help him. So, you know, it's interesting to see that happening. And we've had friends with kids who are around 3 years old who have that light bulb moment, and they're like, wait, you can't see me waving my hand in front of your face right now? So we'll continue to watch out for those signals, but she's pretty sharp.
At least from a theoretical point of view, I think that will help shape her mindset on disability from the beginning. And she will only see the ability. She'll see this as normal. And so when she meets a blind person out in the real world, she's not going to have that negative social schema about, oh, this person must need help, or I'm sorry for their disability. She won't have any of that. She'll have, oh, you know, my dad was blind and he was able to do all of this stuff. It was very normal for her, so she won't have that same negative expectation around disability. And I hope that that's rewarding for her in her journey.